Actually, bring it closer. Don't
Okay,
forget.
okay.
Same distance.
Okay, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. On behalf of ICF Election Commission, I would like to thank everyone from candidates to volunteers to community for participating in this election. It, it, it's not something that individually anybody can do or achieve. Everybody participated, and we thank the candidates for stepping up and and running and for running the in the Shura election. And I also want to thank the volunteers and the teams that supported us in conducting the election. And in the end, I would like to thank the election commission team and especially even their families as well, that amount of time they spent to conduct this election. I want to quickly review a few points that will help understand the results, because there were constitutional changes this time. So it's a good idea to review before we go and look at the results. So in this election process, this was the first election that was conducted electronically. ICF Election Commission team looked at many options, consulted different masajid in the country, and then we narrowed down on a system that's an online system. It's called electionbuddy.com, that was selected for this election. The process of this election was two parts: early voting and the actual in-person voting. Early voting happened from November 1st to November 6th, and then in-person voting, there were 2 days, Sunday, November 2nd, and then Sunday, November 9th. The way electionbuddy.com works, if anybody had a ballot given as an early vote, they also had the time till 5 o'clock on November 9 to go and vote using the ballot. Election for the remote ballot and in person, everything closed together here after, we can say roughly at like 1 or 2 minutes after 5 o'clock, when there was nobody else waiting to vote. Yeah. So the second change here is the introduction of staggered election. So in this election cycle, in 2025, we are selecting one candidate for Amir position and then 8 candidates for Shura position. And these 8 candidates will actually be 2 categories, the 3-year term and a 2-year term. So top 4 candidates in the Shura category with terms of number of votes will be on the 3-year term, while the next 4 candidates will be on the 2-year term. So the term, obviously, the 3-year term ends in 2028 and the 2-year term ends in 2027. The replacement criteria also is updated in the same fashion that, for example, if you were candidate 4 and went into category 1, and then you decided to resign, then a candidate who won and was category 2 but number 5 gets promoted to category 1. And then similarly, the candidate who was at number 9 will be asked by ICF Election Commission to join the Shura in the event if somebody resigns. And the same order works if a candidate accepts it. If no candidate accepts the position based on the order, that results actually in either Shura selecting a candidate if the term of that particular candidate was less than 12 months. And if it's more than 12 months, then a special election would be needed to fill that position. So now, if there are any questions about the process, let me know. Or you can have time after the results as well. So in this election, we had total 1,898 eligible voters. They were all invited electronically as well to request a ballot, and in-person option was available. The voter turnout was 634 people casted their vote, which is 33% of the total. To me, like as far as I've been involved with the ICF, I don't think we had any election that had this number of people voted. So Jazakallah, everyone, we still thank the community that they turned up and they participated in the election. Yes. So here is the first section for the Amir candidate. There were 2 candidates, Sayyid Rehan Shah and Farooq Ahmed. And the Sayyid Rehan Shah won with 332 votes. And Brother Farooq Ahmed got 296 votes. Stay here. So, and similarly on the percentage perspective, you can see that 52.87% vote went to Sayyid Rehan Shah and 47.13% vote went to Farooq Ahmed. And then we move on to the Shura results. So now the brackets that I was explaining here, they make sense that the top 8 candidates are the winners, and the red line divides the top 8 candidates. And then you can see the 3-year term and the 2-year term bracket on both sides. So that bracket explains that top 4 candidates would be on a 3-year term, and then the second bracket explains that the next 4 candidates will be on a 2-year term. And then the remaining results for all the other candidates are also displayed. Yeah. And in the end, we are providing a summary of the result. Again, the way we explained that Amir for a 2-year term would be Sayyid Rehan Shah, and then the 4 candidates, Sister Wafa Mahmood, Brother Shah Danish, Brother Tamim Ansari, Brother Sohail Bashir, they are on a 3-year term till 2028. And then Brother Saad Siddiqui, Sister Maryam Batla, Brother Abdullah Haq, and Brother Waqas Akbar, they are on a 2-year term till 2027. So in the end, to explain the next election, in year 2027, the election will be conducted for an Amir candidate and 4 Shura candidates. And year 2028, the election will only be for 4 Shura candidates. So that's how the cycle will work. Starting 2027, the election will be every year, but it's a staggered election, so 4 people will always be part of a new Shura with 4 new members joining them. So Jazakallah everyone, again, I thank you for participating. Everyone, volunteers, election team, candidates, we really appreciate everybody's support. If there are any questions, please go ahead. So the new Shura, according to ICF Constitution, takes off last Sunday of December. So the question was that when the new Shura term starts, it's officially last Sunday of December. I forgot the date, but roughly I think 27, 28 December. Oh, yeah. So if the elected members are here in the audience, I would like them to come up so the community can see all the people who are part of the new Shura. Yeah. Waqas, Brother Waqas. Yeah. So, like, last thing was that I wanted everybody to introduce so that people know who everybody is. Just one last option from. So let me start from the sisters' side. So first on the right side is Sister Wafa Mahmood, and then Sister Maryam Batla. I'm going on the extreme right, Brother Abdullah Haq, and then Brother Saad Siddiqui, Brother Sohail Bashir, Brother Shah Danish, and then Brother Tamim Ansari, and then Brother Sayyid Rehan Shah. So on our side, if there are no question and answers, then Election Commission will follow up and send an email out with all the results later tonight as well, inshallah. But if there are any questions, please reach out to us. It's very easy to reach out to us through email, ec@friscomasjid.org. So the idea is there is a constitutional change this time. So election will be staggered. So I think I tried to explain. Yeah. So if you look at the last 3 lines that explains that how it would work, that 4 Shura candidates would stay on for 3 years, and then the remaining 4 Shura candidates will stay for 2 years. That ensures that the new Shura that comes in 2027 will not be totally new. So there'll be, Amir will have to run every 2 years.